Hey YouTube, Martin here. I'm gonna go over really quickly as to what I'm feeding these guys in case you're curious. I have several things. We'll go over it really quickly unless my bird starts knocking these all over. Let's see. So, I have some super color flakes and extremely amazing. Ever since I started using this flake, the colors have got they've got really came through, right? Fish have gotten darker and the reds came out. Especially this guy, the whites and the black, and all these fish, they're just getting more and more color. So that's Omega 1 I'm using. We'll take that off. Go to the next one. I'm also using these ATI. I love ATI. They have a ton of good stuff, from filters to everything that I've been using so far. These are some pellets here. They're sinking pellets. They're really small pellets. They're for mostly discus and things like that. They're protein, which is important. So I use those. No, I do not feed them bird. Sorry, Max. But these are very awesome. They do. If you put in a lot, they'll make the water a little bit murky for like 20 minutes. But these are extremely good. They're sinking pellets for bottom feeders, but all fish absolutely eat this and they love it. They're shrimp, very good stuff. I will always keep buying this. This stuff I just pick up at Walmart, I believe. It's very, very good fish food. Put that aside. We'll get to this stuff later. I'll show you that later. But Tetra, I love their stuff. These are floating cichlids. They're krill, and it gives them color too. Very good. One of my favorite, my Oscar's favorite food actually is this floating pellet. So thumbs up to Tetra for that. Let's see, Omega 1. These you guys probably have seen. These are actual shrimp. Very good stuff. At first they didn't really take to it, but once they figured out that it's actual food, it's really, really good. It's freeze dried, I believe. So what you can do with it is you can actually squish it in your fingers for your small fish, like your regular Tetra fish and things like that. And it's almost like flake food, except it's real shrimp. And when you put the big pieces in, my cichlids, they absolutely love it. They absolutely eat it up. So that's another one. That's Omega 1. Really good stuff. I do have a beta fish in one of my tanks, but this is a sinking pellet. It's color enhanced little bits. I don't know if these are freeze dried bloodworms. I'm not sure what it's made of. Made by Topfin. Very good stuff. Even my big Oscar likes it. Let me show you guys. I'm gonna dump a little bit of this in just so you know that it isn't just for beta fish. So I'm gonna dump a little bit of this in, and look at that. They're tiny little pellets, right? But my fish, they go for it. So I feed them these, and it's especially good for my knife fish who comes out and see, he's sticking his head out. He absolutely loves the little things to dig in on, to dig out of the gravel. And all these other little cichlids that can't get to the bigger pieces because my fish eat it, they also love it, right? Because there's always something that falls to the bottom for them. And another thing I do feed them, I've started recently, is pond food. It makes the water very murky for a little bit, but this is a very good filler because these guys are constantly hungry. And you can spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on your expensive food. I do a little bit of pond pellets for them. I have two here that I do. I have Tetra and again Warley. They seem to be doing really good stuff for me. So this is not a primary food source. They don't have a lot of vitamin, but even in these, there are some things that is very good, right? There is always something that I have in case I run out of food or anything like that. These will always be a backup food source just until I can get to the pet store and get some more food. So that's what I feed them. Sometimes I feed them cucumber for my Oscar. He loves cucumber, actual raw cucumber I cut up into slices. Another thing I feed them is sometimes I'll throw in a cube of black worms, and sometimes also actual frozen krill. So those are the main food sources. And as you can see, I don't know if you can see from this food, they're getting dark colors because of all the color flakes and all this other protein nutrients. They're growing like crazy. They're healthy. They're always full. And there's always something that falls for the bottom feeders. So I try to have sinking pellets. I try to have floating pellets and flakes as well. That's the main diets. And even Max will eat some of the floating pellets sometimes. So all in all, that's my feeding food that I feed them. What do you guys think? So far, the diet's been working. They've been growing like crazy. And here they go fighting over the pellets. All right, guys. Good luck with your fish tanks. Hopefully, you like what I've shown you. And talk to you next time.